Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 624. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I do invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page if you'd like to join me on camera right after I do the weather. Now, speaking of weather, it's another hot one. It is another hot one. And I never really mentioned, I have mentioned before that I don't have air conditioning. I've got my ceiling fan right there, and I'm not moving from this seat for a while. But I've got my ceiling fan. I also have a couple of box fans and actually a pedestal fan too. But one thing I never really mentioned was the magic of dehumidifiers. So if you don't have air conditioning, see if you can get a dehumidifier. The reason I'm mentioning this, I'm not a scientist or anything, but we all know that when you're in the South, it's real humid, and when it's hot, it's really, really uncomfortable. So, of course, the job of a dehumidifier is to take the humidity out of the air, and that makes it more comfortable. So, like when it's really hot out, like it is today, then you come in my house, it's actually not that bad. It's really not that bad. And that's because, actually, let me tell you what I have. So and I didn't buy them all at once because I couldn't possibly afford to get all of them at once. But I do have one big one in the living room, a so called house sized one. Now, just to let you know, my house is approximately 1,300 square feet all on one floor. So supposedly, this one dehumidifier can cover my whole house. Then I have a small one that's only like, I think you can get the small ones for like $20 or around there somewhere, $20, $30. So I have a little one in my bedroom, and then another one in my aunt's old bedroom, and another small one in what I call my cookies room. My sister's, when she visits, that's her room. I guess you could say guest bedroom. And then, I have another one here in the kitchen because I have a small laundry room. So I have another small, very small dehumidifier in that room. And so they really help. They really, really come in handy. So if you don't have enough money to get air conditioning or an air conditioning unit, I would suggest that you invest in some small dehumidifiers. If you can get one big one for the center of your house, yeah, get that. But yeah, just so you know, that's one way that I beat the heat. I think they make a huge difference. And just to let you know, like in the wintertime, I might empty the water receptacles. After all, they are reservoirs. They are collecting moisture out of the air. So I might empty them in the winter once a week. But days like today, when it's hot, I am emptying those rascals a couple of times a day. And the big one, sometimes I'm emptying that 3 times a day. So it's letting you know it's definitely doing the job. Let me continue. Oh, William M. Andrews is here. First, he's saying, "Good afternoon, Bull City." And now he's saying his catchphrase that he needs to put on a T-shirt. It's a beautiful day in the Bull City, and it's hot, but it is a beautiful day for sure. All right, love that. So I'm going to start out with the word page. Oh, actually, um, it's a little hot out. Let me go to the cover story. I know it's hot, but I do have an article. I rerun this article. I update it a little bit every year. How to play the old school street games that we grew up playing in Chicago back in the '60s and '70s. Games like Simon Says. A lot of kids nowadays they don't know these games, and if you're running a summer camp program or whatever, teach your kids these games. They will love it. They will love it. Hide and seek, Mother May I, Red Rover, Red Light, Freeze Tag, and there are some other games that I need to include. A couple of them are a little violent, like Crack the Whip. That's kind of violent, where you all hold hands and then run in concentric circles. And the last kid is like, whoa, somebody's flying in the air. So if he accidentally lets go, he can get hurt. So I don't include that one. But there are other games that I could probably include. And if you have some suggestions, if you know of some games that I did not include that aren't dangerous, like Crack the Whip, then let me know. I should put Piggy on here. Piggy's a little, well, it's not that difficult. Let me write that down. That was my favorite game, Piggy. And my dad, he grew up on the south side of Chicago too. And I think he said when he was a kid, I'm gonna write this down, it was called Piggy One Stop. So we're talking about he was born in 1925, I would say 1930s. Oh my God, that's a long time ago, like 100 years ago. Okay, so if you have suggestions for street games that are really fun to play that don't really require like, gear that you have to buy, yeah, I think I would love to hear from you. And if you could explain the rules, I'd love to add that to my cover article, playing old school street games. So fun. And now let's go to the word page, which is the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of really great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits, also local government, city, county, and state. So let's see. Let's see. There's so much on this page now, I can't even begin to tell you. But I will tell you that the city is trying to fill some vacancies. So by end of day tomorrow, if you want to fill the vacancies on either the Durham Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Commission, and there's one on the Durham City County Environmental Affairs Board, and then there's another one on the Human Relations Commission. So you can click on the link, see what kind of meetings they have, what's expected of you in terms of time, etc. Then if you're still interested, let them know by end of day tomorrow. Okay. Now I'm not going to talk as much as I did yesterday because I really want to keep the show streamlined, and I don't really want to take up more of your lunch hour than I really should, because I know you need to eat. And I appreciate you even being here, even though I know most people watch the show on the replay. So, yeah. Anyway, I just don't want to take up too much of your time. Let me know if I talk too much. Let's see. Oh, there's a new initiative. I did discuss it yesterday. We have 3 community fridges, which are run by regular folks, and they really want us regular folks to supply these refrigerators with food if you have extra food, or if you catch one of those buy one, get one types of sales, then maybe you can put some of the food in the cupboard or the refrigerator at one of these 3 spots. St. Joseph Episcopal Church, 1902 West Main Street on the Iredell Street side. Part and Parcel, 1901 Chapel Hill Road, and you turn on Dean Street into the little parking lot. Omi's, 2300 North Roxborough Street, and that's on the corner of Roxborough and Club Boulevard. So, East Club Boulevard. So, you can drop off food. Now, the new initiative is to get people to drop off water. And if you could put them in if there's space in the frozen sections of the refrigerators, they would really appreciate that, because then a person who's maybe homeless or struggling or whatever can take one of the bottles. And unfortunately, they won't be able to drink the water right away, but they'll be able to carry it around for at least a minute before it totally gets almost too warm to drink. So, and actually, I think some people should put water bottles in the refrigerated part too. So they can, because obviously, if they're grabbing the water, they're thirsty, and you want them to be able to drink it right away. So, so if you could help out with that, I know they would appreciate it. I'm going to do so as well, because I know at certain um, stores that have, how can I put this? I don't want to, I'll just mention it, Dollar Tree. Okay. I don't know about Walmart, but I know Dollar Tree. You can get a 6 pack of water for $1.25, if I'm not mistaken. And if there are other places where you can get water really cheap, affordably, whatever, let us know. Put it in the comments, because I would love that. Dave is here. Old school Dave saying it's always good to hear your voice, buddy. Thank you so much. Going back, way back, in terms of live streaming. Very happy to have you here. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Now I was going to tell you about the libraries. Oh, speaking of hot weather, speaking of libraries, I have a new graphic on the Let's Go calendar of events page. They have determined, the city or is it the county? They have determined that the Durham County libraries are to be used as cooling centers. So if you know what I need to do? I think under that graphic, I'm going to put the number of the bus that serves each library. Let me write that down because some people aren't used to taking the bus and they're really hot and they have maybe uh, young children and they need to take them to the library and don't know how to get there. And as you know, all the buses end up downtown eventually. So let me just write this down. Bus to the libraries. Because I know number 5 and 5K serve Stanford O. Warren. As far as East Regional, it's either the 2 or the 3. See, I don't know. Hmm. Anyway, I will figure that out and I'm going to add to that graphic so that people can figure out. It's one thing to tell people which library to go to, but then how to get there might be another problem if you don't have your own car. So I will hook that up right after I finish the show. And Dave is saying it's great news. It's hot as heck out there. It is. In fact, even though my one app, I'm going to start checking both weather apps that I have because one app was saying 94 and the other one was saying 100 and something. To me, that's a big difference, especially if you have young children, babies, elders, people who have trouble breathing, people with, asthma, whatever. And Roxanne yesterday was talking about people with epilepsy not being able to take the heat. So, yeah, very important to keep everybody cool. Now, if you could stand it, you can actually put a bucket of ice water on the floor and put your feet in there because if you can having nice cool feet can fool the rest of your body into feeling that I feel so much better. So maybe not ice water, but cool water. Another trick a lot of people can't sleep at night because it's so darn hot. I just happen to have a ceiling fan right there, so I'm okay. But if you don't have a ceiling fan over your bed, then sprinkle some cool water. The old fashioned way of flicking water onto clothes while ironing, the old school way was to dip your hand in water and go like this. That's how the women used to do I shouldn't say women, the people used to do back in the day. So do that by dipping your hand in water when it's time to go to bed and you sprinkle your sheet with that and then your body will be cooler. I mean, you don't want to spray water because then it'll seep into your mattress and that's not good. Just flick gently and it'll feel really nice. Okay, see, I said I wasn't going to talk as much. See, got me going. Okay, now did I tell you about the libraries yet? Wait a minute. So I know that the libraries are open until 8. Bragtown closes at 6, and then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens at 10. Now, all of the libraries except Bragtown have been tagged as cooling centers, and I can't imagine that Bragtown doesn't have air conditioning, but maybe they're not including Bragtown because it's so small. After all, it's actually like a little house. When you see it, it looks like an actual a ranch house. So it is kind of small. Maybe they don't want to tell everybody to go to Bragtown. But I would think if you're in that community, though, you should go to Bragtown because they have maybe a dozen, 20 seats. So you don't want the whole city to go there. But if you're in the community, definitely go there. And if that doesn't work, then go east, go to the East Regional. All righty, let me continue. Let's see. Oh, Durham Tech Small Business Center, 701 West Main Street. They do have in-person classes, and then I like to list classes that are being offered across the state online, totally free for people who want to learn how to run businesses. So the next event, which is let's see, live at the center. Let me refresh this page because I made the correction. Because you remember I had the wrong day yesterday and I corrected it. So let me refresh the page. Oops, did I go to the wrong page? Wait. Ah, okay, wait, let me check again. Let's see, Durham Tech Small Business Center. There we are. Corrected, yes. Okay. So with today being the 24th, so there are a couple of in-person events at 701 West Main Street. Also know that they do have their own parking lot. It's just south. So I think when you go in the building, you can enter through the parking lot, and then you'll see it's just south of the building. It's like right there. You can enter from that side. I think you can enter from the front side as well. I'm not sure. I haven't been there in a while. I think you can enter from the west end or the south end of the building, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, there is a class today, insurance and risk management. So if you're running a business and you need to learn about insurance, then that's going to be from 4 until 5, and it's totally free. Click on the link that I provided, and then you can register for that. And again, it's going to be from 4 until 5. And then later on, 5:30 to 6:30 for Spanish speakers who run businesses, Finanzas y Contabilidad, which is finance and accounting. And that's from 5:30 until 6:30. So if you know someone who prefers to get their information in Spanish, let them know about this finance and accounting class at 5:30. And then the next one, let's see. Oh, tomorrow. Here's one. Okay, now this is also in Spanish. Comprensión del seguro de responsabilidad, which is understanding liability insurance. So this is for Spanish speaking business owners from 10 until 11, totally free. And then from noon until 1 tomorrow, how to choose the right business insurance plan. And of course, obviously, that will be in English, and that's from noon until 1 tomorrow. All right. Now let's see if there are any classes being offered across the state online. Let's see. Oh, here's one from 2 until 4. Content marketing, what's working now. And of course, content marketing. Content is like online, social media. Okay, and that's from 2 until 4. And then from 4:30 until 6, online store versus a traditional website. What do you need? Well, that's a good one. For those who are selling things, yeah. Do you want to have an online store or a traditional website? Interesting. Okay. I think a lot of that will have to do with the sales, how do you put it? The e commerce site that your objects are on, your items are on, if they are on it, that sort of, if you're using that sort of resource. So, anyway, that should be a really interesting class, 4:30 until 6. And then even later on, from 5:30 until 7, productivity blueprint for entrepreneurs. Reclaim Your Day, Part 3, and that is at 5:30. And let's see. Oh, here's another one. Okay. Um, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, last one. From 6 until 7:30, Planning for Business Succession, Part 1, Buying an Established Business. I just talked to someone today who told me that she sold 80% of her business. I didn't know you could sell percentages of your business. I had no idea. But I guess if you want to learn about that, and that makes sense because then you could spin off and do something related, but not exactly the same. New concept for me. So if you want to learn about that, and if you're saying, wait a minute, that sounds interesting, you can sell a percentage. So if you're doing more than one thing, think about it. So anyway, that is going to be tonight from 6 until 7. Oops, wait a minute. From 6 until 7:30. There you go. And while I'm here, let's check SCORE and see if they have something going on. And SCORE is the Service Corps of Retired Executives. They know what it is to run a business. They can mentor you. You can get your very own mentor. That should be fun. They also have classes online and in person. Let's see. They do have a class today at 1 o'clock. Okay, sign up for it right away if you want to go. How to conduct keyword research for your business website. So if you want to know what your competitors are doing, and you do, you probably want to learn how to use keywords to search for resources and information and data that pertain to your business, especially if your competitors are bigger than you or more visible than you. You might want to try to try to grab some information that can help you out. Okay. Oh, here's another one. 5:30. Now these are online, totally free. One plan business plan. One plan business plan. Oh, one page. Can't see. One page business plan for startups. The business model canvas. And you need a business plan, I think, if you want to take out like loans and things like that. I don't know what else you would use it for, but there might be other uses that I'm not aware of course. So it's at 5:30 and it's online. Okay. Let's go to the To Your Health page. To Your Health. Oops, clicked on the wrong page. There it is. Now, it is summer and the kids are running wild in the streets. So you might want to click top of the page. You see the ambulances right there. So click there and you will get a list of the hospital emergency departments and urgent care clinics. It's just good to know how to get this information quickly if your kid is hurt. Of course, you know to call 911 if it's something drastic. But if you just need to, the kid sprained their wrist or whatever, you need to know whether to go to the emergency, to sit in the emergency department for hours, or perhaps hours, or just go to an urgent care clinic. Maybe they could patch your child up quicker. So it's all up to you, of course, as a parent or grandparent, but you might want to click on that in advance just so you know where everything is. And actually, there are some really unique urgent care clinics. One of them is 24/7, which is awesome. And then there's another one that comes to your house. Instead of you going to them, they come to you. That's wild. So, am I talking too much? Yes, I am. Let me just continue. While I am on this page, let us very quick. Oh, wait a minute. NAMI Durham has something going on today. NAMI, that stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and they have a NAMI Connection Recovery Support Group. It's free, it's peer led, it's an online meeting for people who are age 18 plus and living with a mental illness. So you can like touch base, you can get some resources, get some encouragement. We always need encouragement. I remember my dad saying, everybody needs a victory every now and then. So yeah, even if you've had a victory that you want to brag about, why not? Why not, indeed? If you need one, you might want to go to this meeting. It's from 7:30 until 9. They do this on Tuesdays twice a month. So this is the last one of the month of June. It is run by NAMI, so it's not, even though it says peer led, someone from NAMI will be there too, because after all, you need resources and information, and they want to give it to you. Alrighty, now let's see if there are any blood drives where we can save lives by donating blood. Let's see. So today is the 24th. So tomorrow, the American Red Cross will have a crew at the Mary Duke Biddle Trent Samans Center, 8 Searle Center Drive. That's not too far from the main hospital and the VA. So that is tomorrow from 9 until 2. And let's see, Blood Connection does the same thing. Oh, their next blood drive is Thursday, so I'll tell you about that. It's late afternoon Thursday, so I'll just tell you that on Thursday. Okay. Now, HELP is open right now. HELP is the Health Equipment Loan Program. It's run by the county. They're at 4206 North Roxborough Street, and they accept donations of canes and wheelchairs, that sort of thing. And then they clean them up, and then they loan them out to people who can't afford them for 90 days at a time, which is super awesome. They're open 2 days a week, Tuesdays 10 to 2, and then Fridays 1 to 5. And you don't have to donate anything to receive anything. So if you simply need a pickup stick or a tub transfer bench for your elderly person, or maybe you just got out of the hospital yourself, and maybe you need a wheelchair for a couple of weeks or a few weeks, and you don't want to buy one because they cost hundreds, and you'll get better, then you can just go ahead and just get one from the health program and not even have to worry about all the expense of purchasing one and getting it to your house and all that sort of thing. There you go. Now let's go to the health events page. I always forget to go there. Top of the page, click on the big blue button. And let's see if there's anything happening on the 24th. Let's see. 24. Mhm. Yes. The Young Adult Cancer Meetup is tonight at 5:30. It's run by Duke, and it is online. You don't have to go anywhere. So this is for young people ages 18 to 39 with cancer. Get your questions answered. Get some resources. It's online, run by Duke, and it starts at 5:30. And then the younger onset support group for people, maybe their parents or whoever has early onset Alzheimer's, which can strike as I've seen on TV, it can get someone as young as 40. It's a different kind of Alzheimer's. It's still Alzheimer's, but it starts, it's vascular. I don't remember what that means, but it's not the exact same thing, but the result is the same. So if you know someone with early onset um, Alzheimer's, then let them know about this meeting. Let their families know about this meeting, rather. And this will be from 7 until 8:30. You can get some suggestions. I mean, get some resources, etc., and some encouragement because it's rough. I know it's very rough. Now, tomorrow, the Duke Dementia Morning Care Partner Support Group, that's a long name, they meet in person. So they're back at the Greystone Church, 2601 Hillsborough Road. That'll be tomorrow at 10:30. So you're meeting in person with people who are also caring for loved ones who maybe have dementia or Alzheimer's. So you can get some resources and information in person, and it's just nice being around other people who are in the same predicament as yourself. That's why I moved here to Durham. I took care of my aunt. She had Alzheimer's. And it's hard to get out of the house, but if you're able to get out of the house, then yeah, go to that meeting. And if you can't get out of the house, and I totally understand, you might not want to leave your loved one alone. In which case, these online meetings are probably better suited for you. Okay, now also tomorrow from 10:30 until noon, the Emerald Doulas will have a new parent hangout at their office, 5317 Highgate Drive. So that's from 10:30 until noon, where parents and their babies up to age 1. You can share your challenges, successes, get some information. The meetings are judgment free. They welcome literally all types of families. It's a free event. You don't even have to register, but they do ask that you at least bring a mask just in case someone is pregnant and trying to be super safe. And you might say, well, why don't they stay at home? But we all make our own decisions. And so if you want to be helpful, you can do so by bringing a mask or, just do what you feel is best for you and the people around you. All righty, let's see. Now let's go to the Senior Scope page. Let's see what's happening at the Drum Center for Senior Life. Now, personally, as a senior. I'm 69. I would say if you're elderly or whatever, 55 plus, whatever that's called, go to the senior center. If you need a cooling center, you might, of course, go to the library if it's closer to your house. But why not go to the senior center? I mean, it's beautifully air conditioned. It was just fixed last week, so I can attest to the fact that it feels good in there. It's really nice. They've got a computer center, they've got the workout rooms, they've got a theater. I mean, why not? Ooh, that made a lot of noise. I'm wearing shorts today, so there you go. So you can hear my leg there. Okay, let's see. So today's Tuesday. Let's see what's happening this afternoon at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Brixby Avenue. Let's see. Pinochle, and where's that other card game? And Kings in the Corner, you can play until 7. Yes, with it being Tuesday, they're open late, so that's awesome. Afternoon bingo at 1, quilt making at 1, Arthritis Foundation exercise program at 2:15. Um, Acrylic painting with Steve. Is that today? Okay, from 4 until 6, $10. That's the only class that has a fee. DCSL band practice, that's always fun because they have a really good band. You can just enjoy their music. So if you want to hang out and hear some good music, head to the theater at 3 o'clock. So they practice from 3 until 4:30. You might want to join. You might want to join. Let's see. The fitness center and the tech lab are both open for drop-ins from 5 until 7:30. That's nice. So by the time you're done, it'll be cooler out. Cardio and more at 5:30, and then line dancing at 6:15. Now tomorrow morning, muscle pump at 8:40, total body workout at 10, quick drawing class at 10, ping pong at 10, Hispanic Heritage Group from 10 until 2. So that's activities in Spanish. So let your neighbors who are older, maybe they're sitting at home by themselves, not doing anything, watching telenovelas or whatever, let them know about the Hispanic Heritage Group, where for 4 hours they could speak Spanish and have fun in their native language at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Okay, let's see. And if you want to learn Spanish, Spanish level 2 is at 1. And then the Super Agers Tech class is at 1. That's for people who love technology. Bingo size at 1. Chair flow and flex at 1. And chair volleyball at 2. That's all tomorrow. All right, let me check for the special events. Actually, something's going on right now, I think. I think the check-in is going on right now. Yeah, the monthly member check-in that's going on right now. It started 15 minutes ago at 12:15. So one day a month, you can take your lunch and talk with the staff and the director of the Durham Center for Senior Life and give your suggestions for programming, classes, special events, etc. Sometimes they're not aware, like there are certain holidays that people don't know about. Maybe, oops, oh, let me ask. I guess a phone call coming in. Very important. So I'm going to ask if I could call later. Okay. Okay, let me continue. And then I have to return that phone call. Okay, so you can just let them know that you have an idea for a class or a workshop or whatever. So that's going on right now. So you might want to zip over there right now, and then you can sit in air conditioned comfort if you don't already have it. Now, the Chinese workshop is today at 3:30 in the volunteer room. This is where Gary Su, he teaches basic words and trivia about food, holidays, and more. It's an introduction to Chinese culture. So if you're interested in that, that should be fun at 3:30. And then tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning, they have a volunteer notary public. So if you need to have something notarized, you can do so tomorrow between 9:30 and 11 in office 216. So when you come in the door off of the parking lot, it's right to the right. Okay, let's see. Oh, they're celebrating June birthdays tomorrow at 12:30. So if your birthday is in June, definitely stop by. I know they'll have something, cake, ice cream. I know they'll have something as they celebrate with treats people who have their June birthdays. All right. Now, if you like tech, tomorrow they're going to have a password management tech workshop. It's going to be in the computer lab from 1 until 2:30. So it doesn't say you have to register, but someone from Cramden Institute, and Cramden Institute is an awesome place where you can help them put computers together and they give them away to people in need. So they will be teaching all about password management tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That should be awesome. Super awesome. And let's see, Little River. I think today is the last day at Little River. Let's see. Today, oh, it already ended. Okay, so, okay, the next event at Little River is Nutrition Today, where you can learn about food safety. Very important. If you're going to cookouts or if you're participating in cookouts, you need to know about the correct temperature to keep food at so you don't make them sick. And learn to protect yourself by asking questions when you go to cookouts. Who made this and how long has it been sitting out? And why isn't it under ice right now? So anyway, so that's going to be Thursday at 10 at Little River, if you don't know, it's a spinoff of the Durham Center for Senior Life. It's its own thing. It's from 5. It's from 8:30 until like 1:30 ish. They're located in the Little River Community Complex. It was a school, 8305 North Roxborough Road in Bahama. So if you live in northern Durham County, of course, or Rougemont or Bahama, of course you can go downtown or you can go to Little River And I think it's air. I'm trying to think if it's air conditioned. I don't know if it. You know what? I need to ask. Let me find out. I know it's comfortable because I was there, but it wasn't 95 degrees. Let me ask if they're air conditioned. Okay. But yeah, they have events too, Monday through Friday, and a great place to hang out. Okay, and now let's go to the last page, and that is the Let's Go calendar of events page. Be sure to check out the how to page so you can learn the difference between heat stroke and heat exhaustion. Very important to know the difference, and it's important to know what to do if someone falls out in front of your house or whatever, or if you go somewhere and someone passes out. You need to know what to do. You need to very quickly figure out if it's a heat stroke. Once you know the difference, then you'll be able to tell the difference pretty easily. A lot of people don't realize there is a difference, so definitely read about that on the how-to page and get some hints on how to beat the heat. Okay, let's see. And here's the graphic that I was telling you about. How it's cool at the. I don't know if it's that cool, but a little penguin there showing us. I think it's a penguin, and how you can go to the main library downtown, the East Regional, North Regional, South Regional, Southwest Regional, or Stanford L. Warren libraries to get cool if you don't have AC at your house. Okay, now today is the 24th. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. It's Tuesday, right? They're giving away groceries right now. Okay, if you need groceries, New Visions of Africa restaurant, they're having their grocery giveaway right now, 12:30 for a couple of hours while supplies last at 1306 Fayetteville Street, served by the 5 and the 5K bus. Zip out there now if you need help. They give away a lot of food. So if you're driving, park in the WD Hill parking lot, take your umbrella or parasol because you will be standing on the concrete in line to get this food. So bring your rollaway cart, but also have your umbrella or parasol with you to keep you out of the sun blasting down on you. And that just goes for the whole day. If you're running around doing errands today, with it being super hot, protect yourself. Of course, you can wear sunscreen, of course, but also protect yourself with your umbrella or parasol. Okay, let's see. The pastor's lunch starts at 20. I keep looking up because I have a clock right there. Pastor's Lunch, that's at Chubby's Tacos, 4711 Hope Valley Road in the Woodcroft Shopping Center, where Christian pastors are getting together to talk about, um, doing the work in the church. Some churches have health ministries, how to keep everybody in your congregation and community healthy and feeling good. So that's going on not right now, but in 20 minutes, 1 o'clock at Chubby's Tacos. Oh, it is hosted by the Tri-West Network. Now, the Bookmobile, the Durham County Library Bookmobile, they'll be paying a visit to the Soho Apartments, 901 Chalk Level Road from 4 until 4:30. So you can take out a book at the Bookmobile, and they've got lots of books, believe it or not, on this one vehicle. And then when you're done, you can just drop it off in any Durham County Library, whatever's closest to where you live or work. And Dave is saying, free food sounds yum. It does. And if you're really, if your cupboard's bare, refrigerator's bare, it's a wonderful, wonderful service. And it's just great knowing that there's people out there helping others. I just love that. I really do. And speaking of meals, New Visions of Africa restaurant will be giving away free meals. These are one-off meals to people. They'll give it to you in like a tray or a bag. And that's from 3 until 6. That address, again, 1306 Fayetteville Street. Now, the Elizabeth Street United Methodist Church, they're hosting their free monthly community meal. That's going to be tonight from 6 until 8. So you can enjoy a pleasant meal and meet other nice folks. You don't even have to, you don't have to be Christian or anything. I mean, just come. They love everybody to come and get some free food, meet your neighbors, talk, hang out, enjoy a meal, get some air conditioning on you. Today's theme will be Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So park in the parking lot, But if it's full, then park on the street on right there on Elizabeth Street. But walk through the parking lot, and then turn right. You'll see the playground, and then turn right, and you enter the building that way. Don't go through the front door. The fellowship hall is through the back, down the stairs. And did I tell you the time? It's from 6 until 8. Okay, ooh, it's a little hot for this. But the Glass Jog Run Club, they'll be meeting tonight from 6 until 9. They'll be running around. So they're going to be meeting at the Parkwood Ballpark, 5200 Revere Road, in the parking lot. So you can choose to join the 2 mile walk or the 5K jog and run. And they all end at the Glass Jug Beer Lab, 5410 Highway 55. Strollers are welcome, so if you have a little kid with you, put an umbrella over your child and take your stroller, take a little stroll with the group. Dogs are welcome, and I would guess that they would want your dog to be on a leash, or at least super nice and friendly. So you can walk or run at your own pace. And I think you will anyway, with it being like 100 degrees. So, just saying. The Black and Brown Ballet class, that is from 6:30 until 8 at the Hayti Heritage Center on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood. There's a $10 class fee. You start out with the stretches and the bending and whatnot, and then you get into the technique, the ballet technique. You have to be at least age 12 and a beginner or intermediate dancer. The Tuesday Blues Jam starts at 7 o'clock at the Blue Note Grill. You can actually sign up and hop on stage and join them, sing or play the blues. If you play guitar or bass, don't lug your amp. Just use one of theirs. They don't mind at all. It's free admission. You sign up. You can play for free, and then you play for free. That sounds funny. Anyway, you don't get paid. Let's put it that way. And then you can dance if you like. And of course, they would like for you to order something. It is, after all, a restaurant. But yes, the Tuesday Blues Jam is from 7 until 10 ish. 709 Washington Street, downtown. Let's see. Yes, tomorrow morning, Catholic Charities Durham Community Food Pantry starts at 10. So it's from 10 until 1 in the Lakewood Shopping Center, 2020 Chapel Hill Road. So you go there, you speak to a social worker, let them know if you can't have dairy or pork, get a week's worth of food. You can go once a month. They speak Spanish there. There's a lady there who speaks French. They also have diapers, they have pull ups, newborn to toddler, and then the big ones for adults. So if you're caring for a loved one who has Alzheimer's or whatever, you can get your diapers there, or pull ups, whatever you want to call them. They also have giveaways. You never know what they're going to have. People are always donating things to Catholic Charity, so you never know what they're going to have. So sometimes they have clothing, sometimes they have luggage. You never know. Sometimes they have charcoal for the grill. There you go. So that is going to be tomorrow from 10 until 1, and then later tomorrow, 5 until 7. Okay, let's see. Boxyard RTP. They're going to have mellow jazz vocalist Frankie Alexander there during the Here and There concert series tomorrow, noon until 2. 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. Boxyard RTP is an outdoor venue. It's really nice. They've got a huge, gigantic, they've got the biggest fan you've ever seen in your entire life overhead. So you should be okay, even though it should probably be hot tomorrow. Although it might rain, and we'll check the weather in a second. So that's tomorrow, noon to 2. I think that's it. I think that is it. Let's check the weather. Let me get my little intro. Wait a minute. Here we go. There you go. Okay. Now, I'm going to start checking both of my weather apps because they're really drastically different. So my weather app says that it's 94, partly cloudy. The sun is blasting here on Cap Street, but it's partly cloudy somewhere. Extreme heat warning. We all know this. These conditions are expected to last until 8 p.m. Wednesday. Oh, so it's going to be super hot tomorrow too. Okay. So right now it's 94, going up to 97. Oh, looks like we're going to have a cloudy afternoon. So that's good. Less sun. Okay, blasting down on your bodies. Okay, so cloudy afternoon. Awesome. With a high of 97. And then tomorrow is going to be, oh, 45% chance of thunderstorms. I don't mind that at all, because the high is still going to be 95. So you might as well just stay in. See, this is where the dehumidifiers really come in handy that I was describing earlier during the show. When you can get that humidity down in your house, when you can relieve your home of the humidity, then it actually feels a lot better. Like my house is actually, it doesn't feel that bad in my house because I have several dehumidifiers. So try to invest. The fans are great. Definitely invest in a fan or two, but also get a dehumidifier or two because that really helps to regulate. In my opinion, it regulates the temperature because down south where it's humid, it's muggy and it feels really uncomfortable. So when you can control the humidity in your house, you feel a lot better. And William Andrews is saying, "I love my city flag, Durham." That's right. Yes, indeed. So let me check my other app because I'm learning that they're not the same. So now I'm going to the Weather Channel, and it takes a little longer. See, now the Weather Channel says that it's 99 and that it feels like 112. What are they trying to do? Kill us? Like, they're trying to scare us to death. But if it feels like 112, then it feels like 112. But that only makes me feel worse. But anyway, but it's 99, and they say on the Weather Channel that it's going up to 101. See, it's different. See, it's two different apps. Okay, now as far as the cloudiness, it says partly cloudy all day. And then for tomorrow, what does it say? For tomorrow, it says 24% chance of rain with a high of 98. Okay, it's close. It's close to the other. Yeah, I don't know why they're not. Maybe they take readings at different spots. Maybe that's it. Because after all, Durham is not the small town that it was when my mom grew up here. Durham is gigantic in comparison. So I think that is it for today's show. I do hope that you're able to stay cool, seriously, because it's rough out there. We don't want anybody getting heat stroke, suffering from heat exhaustion. We don't want anybody falling out. We don't want anyone having an epileptic event or what do you call it? Seizure, or people who have trouble breathing. We don't want them to suffer at all. So stay in, and of course, older people and the very young should stay in. And let's see. And Dave is saying the discrepancies between sites, chaos. Chat. See, I have. Let me see. See, I have an indicator that's cutting off the bottom part of his statement. Let me look at it on screen. Oh, chaps my hide. Okay, it looks like chaos because I can't see the P. Because it's okay. There it is. The discrepancy. Well, again, I think they're probably. You know what? In some cities, they take readings at the airports, and as you know, the airports are nothing but concrete. And they do say that the places with the big parking lots and the concrete, like downtown areas, are always much hotter than the communities with all the trees and whatnot. I'll bet you the Weather Channel takes its readings from RDU. I'll bet you. I'm going to find out because there must be a reason for these discrepancies. I'll bet you. I will bet. I'll bet that's it. So Weather Channel probably takes its reading since it's a worldwide type app. They probably go to the airports, and I'll bet the Weather Channel, maybe they take, not the Weather Channel, the weather app that comes with iPhones. They might take their readings from downtown areas, or maybe they rely on local radio station apps. I need to find out. Now you got me curious. I don't know where to find those answers. I'm going to try to get an answer to that question, and I'll report back to you on Bull City Hangout. So I want to give a shout out to my childhood friend Maria. I noticed that she watched my a couple of my shows, including yesterday's show. I just want to give her a huge shout out. Um, I think Maria is, let's see, as far as childhood friends, she goes back the furthest. I think we met. She moved to the neighborhood when she was like, I think I was 10, she was 11, and we became good friends over like Star Trek and Johnny Quest cartoons and that sort of thing. And yeah, so Maria's watching the show every now and then. I just want to say hi, Maria, miss you, and I hope we get to talk one day. So that is it for today's show. Let me put my outro on. Wait a minute. Is it not working? Oh my God. Okay, there it is. And with that, stay cool. Have a beautiful day. Oh, tomorrow, wait a minute. I'm speaking at the Freedom School summer program tomorrow. So I think I'll be pre recording my show because I'm supposed to speak at the Freedom School at Epworth, UMC, from 11 until noon. As you know, the show usually starts at noon. So I'll probably pre-record the show. If it turns out that I don't have time to pre-record, then I'll do the show as soon as I get home, which should be before 1 o'clock. So that is it. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But I will be doing Bull City Hangout tomorrow. We'll just see. And Dave is saying, nice dream, buddy. Thanks for the info. Absolutely. Love having you here. Love having people watch the show because I love sharing information. That's just the way it is. That's just my general makeup. And I was explaining to my friend Wade from back in the day, who lives in California now, and he and Judy are both Chicagoans who are living in the LA area. I was explaining to him that the reason uh, I started doing community media was because I used to be a big sister, and when you're a big sister, you're always teaching. You know, if you're an older sibling, you know that you are always teaching, always showing, and just just giving sharing information with the little ones. And I did have a little brother. He died, and I still have this, you don't, how can I put it? It's just part of my makeup. If you're used to teaching and telling, sharing information, it doesn't disappear right away. So when my brother died, I realized I got to do something with this natural tendency of mine to share information. And I decided, since I love media, I decided to start a community paper. This is back home in Chicago. So I guess that drive is still there for me to share information. And it's very fulfilling. I love doing it. So, oh, thank you, Dave. Condolences. Yes, that was, wow, how many decades ago was that? Because he was still a kid. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. But hopefully you never forget your siblings when they go. Hopefully they last long enough for you to remember them, because I know it's really sad when people die very, very young. So with that, have a beautiful day. Stay cool if at all possible, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow. Ciao for now.